Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Tessmer Tide. Today's we're gonna have some coffee. Talk about some social media trends and a bunch more. Wait until we get a few more people in here. Let's see, we ain't got anybody yet, so we're waiting on people. Today's about basically coffee with the tide and social media trends and more. I got a few things I want to discuss as far as social media trends, and I want to get out the fact that some things I might want to do at my channel. If anybody's interested, pop in here and we can have a quick conversation over some coffee. I know it's early, but I do well in the morning. I haven't got actually a whole lot of sleep today, or tonight rather. And we got somebody here. Who do we got? Who's up this early? Got anybody early? I want to do a live broadcast. I want to talk about a few things and see if anybody's up to talk about it. Jump right in here. If you got something you want to talk about as far as social trends and where they're headed. You got any questions? I know I got a lot of questions and a few things I want to add to the social trends. And some other things I want to add. But it is early, so excuse the smoke. Like I said, it's early. And bright sun don't help with that. Who do we got in chat here? We got somebody here. We're running live here on the Tessmer Tide. Like I said, I'm more of a morning person and I'm having coffee, and I want to bring up some subjects as far as where social media is headed, and talk a few things about my channel. Maybe get into your channels if you have one. I don't mind talking about that. See if we can get a few more people to jump on here. The glasses seem to not be helping out too much at the moment. And my subject is really about, I've been doing some reading on social media trends and as far as niching on social platforms. The trend is pretty much running with video, Instagram. It's pretty much headed to dominate as far as social media is concerned, or even taking on questions in video format. Okay, hey TCG fam, how you doing this morning? Okay, let's see what you. One thing I dislike when the person does something, then by the end of the week, all YouTubers are doing it. Yep, I agree. That others can't be original and get their own content. Well, that is a big problem, and I'm going to give you a couple reasons why it's a big problem. people do have a major problem with being imaginative when it comes to making content of their own. There's so many different channels, and they have this. I don't know. They often think that people aren't going to find out because there's millions of people on YouTube or Facebook or whatever the case may be. I know you've had a lot of problems with it, and I've had my own too. And it is a big issue. How to solve the problem? That's a big question. I mean, you can copyright things, you can do certain things as far as, try to protect what content or segments you're going to do. I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, I got something in that aspect I wanted to bring up. One of them was like on my channel, I was gonna have Tide's Mailbag, where people can send in things, as far as if they got a short question and get my take or my view on it, whether it be, it's always going to be positive, but in a sense where it'll also be comedic, maybe a little bit of smart ass, a little bit, maybe a little bit of this or that, but uh, it's something I want to start including in either my live broadcasts or even in videos. Um, at least if they see it from somewhere else, at least give that person recognition. I agree 100% on that. We've even talked about that ourselves as far as, getting either permission or talking it over with them, or, something where you can mutually agree on something or disagree on something or change something that, satisfies both parties involved in it. And yeah, I remember you talking to me about this. You started using the air fryer for cooking. Now everyone's doing it. I can't personally speak for that. I mean, the air fryer is kind of a new thing, like of that last year, and a lot of people are finding that it works real good for, their kitchen needs. But it is it is a problem with people taking content from other channels and trying to make it their own. I suppose in the matter of how you do it, or how you copy the person that's doing it. Like in your case, I've even seen it where they've copied your content word for word, segments and things of that nature, where they copy you. I think that is absolutely wrong. It's unnecessary. Um, and they really should be more creative and more imaginative for coming up with their own segments. I mean, you can use that segment, but make it your own. And that's the important part, is make it your own, be imaginative and creative. Well, you're not absolutely copying that person almost word for word and doing it exactly like the other person is doing it. And that's robbing content, and that's really wrong. I've even watched that myself. Yeah, I mean, and then like you said, the copyright takes a while to kind of get down too. So me myself, I'm really against robbing content from other people, but I really think in the sense that it's okay to use it if you make it your own and change it up where you're not exactly duplicating everything that the other person did. And I know you said, yeah, it takes a year. It's a long time to wait, and a lot of content can get took from you in that period too. But on the effect of like social media trends, as I've been sitting here reading, it's almost explosive how it's turning into like a video format, or a platform rather, where it's people are giving video questions, where they want to send you video and have you answer it that way. Yeah, word for word is crazy. That's my point of robbing. when they actually take word for word, or they dress like you, or they take everything almost in its entirety of what you do. To me, that's kind of theft. I mean, you're still in content, and the way that person does it, the imagination part and the creativity part comes in, where you can take a piece of that and make it yours and change it around, where you're not duplicating the other channel or YouTuber or Facebook person, whatever platform you're on. uh, that would be the best way to do it. Or simply just talk to that person and, find out what they can and cannot do, because, that person may say, hey, that's strictly for my channel, that's my thing, and I don't want that taken from me. So, and there's a lot of YouTubers and Facebook creators that do that. I know myself, there's things in particular that, people put on their merchandise and whatnot because it's theirs, and they pay for that, and you really don't want somebody to copy it and take it over, and then you're kind of stuck. And then what? That person gets bigger and you might stay smaller, but they got their material from you. In that sense, that's wrong. That's theft. um, any way you can make it imaginative and creative on your own sense, you're always, in the long run, I think you're better off in that sense. What do you think about, like I said, in mine, I'm going to have like Tide's Mailbag, where people can email you in questions and you can give your view or your input in any of the forms that I said, like in a smart ass way or a comedic way, or things of that nature. Yeah, I see your point. Uh, I guess the way I look at it, if they're gonna rob your intro, or they're gonna rob your outro or something like that, that's just plain theft to me. In my opinion, of course, everybody's got their opinion, but that's theft to me. Um, I know you do a lot of different segments in your Facebook creations and stuff like that, and I guess it's really kind of hard to get around that, because one way or another, they're going to create another account, or they're going to do something to find you and duplicate anything that you might do, either probably out of spite or just lack of imagination. But with the reading that I've been doing, it's like the video questions are kind of getting to be kind of a thing now, where it used to be you could email somebody or something like that, but more and more people are trending towards video. I mean, just the platform itself in video, which is something me and your channel do already. Um, I like the idea of that. I mean, the stills, um, yeah, they're kind of fading out. It's getting to be more of a video platform. Yeah, I blocked them, and they are still stealing stuff in their air fryer. That's a situation where either you're gonna, I would think, in my opinion, you might have to. It's really a sad thing to say, is either change your whole platform as far as what you do and how you do it, or maybe even change up everything and hope that they don't take that, or try to ignore it and don't pay attention to what they do and just work on what you're doing and make it bigger and better as far as your creations, and be more creative and more exciting, to the point where you know you're actually taking subscribers maybe from them or something, and you're growing with your imagination and creativity. Without a copyright, it's pretty hard to do anything. But yeah, it's theft either way. I don't agree with it. And I feel real bad that, you're in a situation, and I've given it quite a bit of thought too, and you're in a situation where you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place on that one. They seem to have it really out for you as far as copying everything that you do in your channel. Yeah, I mean, you can copyright it and they'll have to delete everything that they made, which would be a serious destruction of their own channel and everything that they did and all their work. I don't know what the cost is for that. I mean, that, when you find stuff out like that, you can always come on and share it. I'm sure a lot of people would love to find out what something like that costs. Um, but when a person's so invested in their social media and somebody comes along and does that, it's almost it's tragic, and it's just theft, and all for the sake of lack of imagination and creativity. I know who you're talking about, and I don't exactly know how you're going to get around that. Like I said, it's almost like they targeted you, and used you as their own example of what they can and cannot do on their channel. Uh, but I guess the only advice I could give you on that is just be more creative and more exciting and change it up. Uh, where you end up getting more subscribers in a quicker rate, and it's hard. It just depends on the situation you're in as far as your segments and what you're doing with your social media, or make it very difficult for them to attempt to do something that you did, in the sense that they don't have the personality, or they don't have the, you know, a factor or two that you have that they don't have, or even couldn't take it from you to try to copy it. And they couldn't pull it off, so to speak, even if they tried. And, I think about that a lot all the time too, exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. A lot of people think, getting monetized is kind of what they're going there. They're partnering with YouTube. Uh, Facebook, I don't think they do anything like that. I'm sure they do in some form or another, but I don't know how the partnership works with YouTube on that. Myself, I don't really go through Facebook, so I don't know how that platform works as far as that goes in monetization or platforms, and ads and CEOs and that sort of thing. Okay, Facebook lets you. I'm not sure what that emoji meant. Lets you get stars? Is that what that means? You might have to elaborate a little bit better on that one. Uh, yeah, you're in a tough position. I know you have been for quite some time, and even from what I've seen, yeah, it's an absolute duplicate. There we go. Sorry about that. You know, yeah. I mean, that's a pickle to be in. The only thing that I could do when it happened to me was just be straightforward and not, take any of it. But, I'm sure you did that in your own way and unsuccessfully, obviously. From what I understand, it's still happening to you. The only thing I can think of you might be able to do is, like I said, be even more imaginative, use your personality in ways that they couldn't possibly pull it off, even if they wanted to, where they would just look like complete imbeciles if they even tried to do it, which would probably hurt more than do any good. As everybody is, they have their own individual way of doing things, and when other people do it, they can't do it like the original person, and that makes them look a fool when they do that. Not to mention your followers, that they realize where it came from and why they're doing it. So yeah, that can be a real big problem either on Facebook or YouTube or any other platform that's being used. Um, I guess for me, the biggest thing I run into on social media is at times you get burnt out. Okay, we got here. We weren't worried. We have a lots of new stuff coming. True enough, and that's another thing that's great about it is the more and more you do different things, it's a lot harder for people to catch up and keep up with you. And by the time they do, you're gone. It's past what they're doing. On Facebook, we get 35K on one video. Okay, yeah. I'm assuming, yeah, I guess I don't know what you mean exactly by that. As far as what monetization goes, is that what you're talking about? I, I don't know exactly how that goes because, like I said, I'm not partnering with anybody to go in that direction myself. But yeah, if you could pull that off, that would be a great thing for your channel. You got a great channel. I love what you do. I love your cooking segments, and I love, your coffee corner and everything that you do. Like me, I did long time ago. I did, coffee with the Tessmer Tide on a few occasions, and that works for me because I'm a morning person, But I also have a personality that is kind of hard to duplicate. And some people aren't very intellectual, so it's kind of hard for them to follow in that category. You can, work out different personality perks that would make it a little harder for people to duplicate. That would be the only thing that I can kind of round off in a way that would make it hard. Okay, let's see. We get 35K to see our videos, 4K to see it and like our videos. Okay, so that will be a form of monetization. Okay, and yeah, I see a few that do coffee, but hey, that's okay. But if someone called a coffee corner, that would be stealing. That I don't know. YouTube is, I don't know on Facebook. YouTube is a pretty broad, millions of people. I haven't myself heard anybody call it anything like coffee corner or anything like that, but I can't honestly say that ain't out there somewhere with, millions and millions upon millions of creators. Myself, I tend to try to stick with the name. Yeah, you do get a lot more interaction on Facebook. I've noticed that myself. Um, actually quite a bit. Uh, like I said, for me, my platform is YouTube. I like to stick with that. I probably wouldn't mind doing Facebook. I suppose you could limit your audience too. Oh, okay. Well, if you've done research, that's always a great idea to do research before you do something. Like on my segment, it's always just coffee with the Tessmer Tide. And you can go back, 6 months ago or better, and but that's me. I'm a morning person. I'm chatty in the morning. Like this morning, I've been up all night. I still haven't been to bed yet, but you get something on your mind and you kind of go with it. And you can't sleep, that sort of thing. And with everything that's going on, as far as what's been going on social media, uh, boy, it really makes it hard to even get to sleep. I mean, I look at all the politics that's going on, all the craziness that's going on in America. Sometimes I get very upset with it, and that troubles me to the point that I can't even sleep, and it runs a whole lot of things through my mind. So, like last night, the first thing that had came to my mind is I'm going to start a segment called Tide's Mailbag and give people the chance to write in a short question or a short, something they would like my view or my take on it. And I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be something that I would enjoy as well as the viewer. So uh, it's kind of a ask kind of thing, and try to stay positive about it. But there's going to be times where it's going to be hard not to either be, like I said, a smart ass or have a comic relief type answer or something of that nature. So you kind of warn the viewers to it's going to be something in that order. Yeah, yeah. I do that myself. I have a tendency to kind of research things before I do something. And it's like when I came up with the Tessmer Tide, it was researched and to make sure no one had it. I mean, there's other people around the world that's called Tessmer and stuff like that, but there was none. And when you look at dates of things that were created, it makes it really hard for people. Like in your case, I went back and looked at dates and things of that nature, and people aren't as stupid as you might think. I mean, they tend to do research themselves. I mean, if they're any type of intellect or any type of person that of curiosity, they go back and they look at dates and they look at times and they figure it out for themselves. I mean, generally, most people are pretty smart and they can see who's taking what and why and when, and that's you got to give people credit for that. I mean, most people aren't that stupid, and they really can figure out that people are stealing content. It didn't take me long to figure out in your case at all. Uh, just a little bit of effort. And I feel bad for you in that aspect because, well, you do a lot of interesting things on your channel, and it is great. Like I asked you if I could bum a couple of your games with talking to you personally behind the scenes. And, uh, I think that's the proper thing to do because, that person may or may not care. In most cases, they would care. But if it's something specific to your channel, that's a completely different ballgame. a quote, stealing an intro or an outro, something you do specifically that's generated just to your channel and they take it, yeah, that to me is theft. And that would be the only thing I could advise is I don't know much about the copyright when it comes to that sort of thing on social media, but it is something I want to research. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they would. I mean, to the people that know that it was generated by your channel, um, word does get around. That's the thing about social media. Even the littlest thing can happen on a street corner. It gets around pretty fast, and it can do more harm to your channel by taking content or just basically ripping off the channel at all because of your inability to create or be an imaginative person can actually do more harm in the long run to your channel than it can do any good. So uh, I I don't wish bad on anybody. I try to stay as positive as I can. And like I said, if I'm interested in something that somebody else is doing, I reach out to them. I talk to them and either make an arrangement where I can either borrow something or change it up a little bit, depending on if they want something specific to their channel and they want you to change it up a little bit so it's different or that. But reaching out is, first base, and then you take it from there. And a lot of people, I maybe they don't have the backbone. Maybe whatever the case may be, I don't understand. I try to be creative as well as you. I try to come up with my own things. Uh, Sitting down, doing some research, and making things your own, to me, isn't too terribly difficult. It's just a matter of the lack of ability to be creative and to take somebody else's stuff. Maybe they think that's going to get them the attention they want. Uh, but I think in the long run, it'll most likely hurt them because sooner or later you're gonna run out of material. You're gonna run out of things that's gonna help your channel generate subscribers or views. Let's see. The people that know the thing between our channels watch now. When they see us do something, then they know, or then they do it, and then they know they're stolen. Yeah, they know they stolen it from the word go. Um, I guess the bad thing about it is they don't even try to change it up. They don't even try to do anything different with it, and that's what upsets the original content creator is they didn't even give it a go to try to make it theirs, or just reach out and talk to you. As simple as that. I mean, all it takes is it ain't that hard to get a hold of another creator and talk to them and see either disagree or agree on whatever, so it's all theirs. But myself, I try to be creative and imaginative. I don't like taking other people's stuff because of the simple fact that when I want to generate things in the long run, it's only going to hurt my channel because I wasn't creative and it wasn't good enough for me to come up with my own content. And how far can you run with it when it's somebody else's idea? Hello, Big Rex and Small Bites. Good to see you, my favorite ladies. It's good to see you this morning. But my whole point is, yeah, if you're going to take somebody's content and run with it, sooner or later, the generation of what they're trying to produce is the well's going to run dry. Let's see, we got the sad peers. We financially supported them, their channel, and like every video of theirs and shared it like feel. Yeah, I ran into that same issue myself. Um, and I had the same issue. The only thing I could do was confront them in all seriousness and, you know, show proof of investment and whatnot and how much that would bother me and how much it would hurt and ask them to stop immediately and don't take the content. Until you can, do it legally, I don't think there's a whole lot you can do at the moment about it, but I really feel for you and I reach out for you that on that issue. How is it in Jamaica? What time is it there? That would be the first question I needed to ask is what time it is. Anyway, as far as social media trending, uh, the trends on every different platform, I got different people that use the other platforms and it's exploding with all different video type content on almost every platform. Oh, you're in Florida. Okay. Well, then you're on Eastern time, I would believe. So you're sitting here the same as TCG fam at about 8:11. And when we confronted them, and okay, that's a big one. When we confronted them, that's when they said they feel we should go our separate way. Well, of course they're going to say that, and they're going to block you. That's kind of the cowardly way to do things, in my opinion. They're yeah. As soon as they're confronted, that's exactly what they're going to do. That's an obvious thing right off the get go. Is they got caught at something, so it's kind of run and hide. Like it's really high school stuff. It really is. It's excuse my lighting. It's very bright here this morning. Um, but it's really high school stuff. It's they jump in there. It's like the teacher found you steal the pencil, and all of a sudden you're in trouble, and you try to hide a pencil. It's just really high school kind of stuff, and I think there's a maturity factor involved here. I don't know, but you definitely got real issues with those people. But big racks and small bites, those are some very awesome ladies. They have their own channel. I really love watching them. They do a lot of mukbangs, whatever you want to call them. Potato. They got a great channel and an infectious laugh that I can't seem to run from. They're really great ladies. And every time I watch their channel, I can't stop laughing. Just an infectious laugh that, when you're in a bad mood and you meet people like that, they just instantly take you right out of that bad mood right away because they got such an infectious laugh. And they got a great channel and they do a lot of seafood type uh, mukbangs. And well, I saw their last one. I like that one. That was, what was that? Cupcakes. That was a good one. Everybody loves cupcakes. I don't know how they did on that video, but that got my attention right away. So, what's your plans for your next segments? You got anything? Well, maybe you shouldn't say what your next segments are. TCG. I don't want anybody to jump on whatever you make. So, yeah, the cupcakes. The cupcakes was an awesome thing. I thought that was An awesome video. I love watching your guys' videos. You guys are great. Okay, what we got here? Yeah, I seen that. You wanted me to do I believe it was a Big Mac challenge. I still have, I'm so backed up on challenges that I've been so busy trying to recreate my channel in a lot of ways that I kind of just jumped away from food at the moment and trying to work out all those details. But you're right, I got a lot of challenges I got to catch up on. So ideas aren't really a big thing at the moment. Yeah, I love your in the kitchen segment too. That's a great one. It really just depends on when video can go. That's true. All it does take is just one video to go viral, and you will take off like a rocket. Everybody's got their own reasons for social media. Um, I big racks and small bites. I mean, I'm sure you got your reasons, which actually would be very interesting to find out what your reasonings are behind your social media, and that would be interesting to find out. Um, I know I love your channel. I am one of those people that it's almost like a weekly episode that comes up when somebody's channel comes out and I get a notification and it's people that I like a lot. I get excited almost like a little kid, like if your sitcom would come out on a Thursday night and you kind of reroute your schedule for that sitcom, and that's what I love about YouTube, like when Big Rex and Small Bites or TCG or some of my favorite channels that come out, I automatically get excited as soon as I see the notifications. But I know I get excited every time you guys' notifications come up. I think I probably have maybe 10 or 15 that are my actual favorites that I like, or I should say, I smile and get excited as soon as I get a notification. Okay, we're soon coming out with our sauce. Wait for it. Well, I guess we ain't got much of a choice but to wait, huh? Oh, big racks. Yay, so happy to hear that. No, that's the honest truth. I get excited whenever I see the notifications. Like I said, I'm not gonna I keep it straightforward. I'm not gonna say that everybody's channel is something I get excited over. But I have about 10 or 15 right in that area that I actually do get very happy about when I see their notifications they got a new video. With Big Rex and Small Bites channel, the infectious laugh and the togetherness that they got, it makes it really interesting to watch their channel in it. And me and my wife like it a lot. When we started doing YouTube and saw B Love Sauce, we were inspired to make one. Well, that's always, yeah, see, and that's another thing about other channels. You get inspired by what they do. I know Big Racks and Small Bites too, they make a lot of seafood mukbangs. And well, I don't do seafood or anything out of the water, so but I still watch because of the fact that I like their personalities and the infectious laughs that they brighten my day. Okay, since then we've only seen one other person come out with a sauce, and that's Polly's World the other day. Oh yeah, see, I can't possibly come up with anything on that one. Uh, yeah, some people love seafood. I'm just not one of those persons, but I still watch their channel because they don't just do seafood; they do lots of things. Um, but their personalities to me more than make up a lot of times for the mukbangs that they're doing. So I enjoy it, and my wife likes to watch it as well. So you can get together with your family. It's always a great thing and watch something, and everyone enjoys it. I don't know if you guys remember, like when American Idol first came out, and everybody kind of gathered around their TVs when that first came out. Well, that's the way we feel about certain channels. It actually brightens your evening up or your day up when you get a notification, and you just automatically know it's going to be a good thing, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I excuse the glow on the side of my face. I got like the window right there, and it's I got to put something over that. Big racks. Thank you and your wife. I so appreciate that. You know what? You can say you appreciate it, but actually we appreciate it. I appreciate all the effort and work that you put into your channel. And being a creator, I realize exactly how much work you put into it. So I appreciate it and I thank you. Okay, let's talk about your calming channel. You gotta elaborate a little bit on that one. I guess I don't quite understand. I'll sub your channel, and if you don't mind, I'll share this morning on our coffee corner. I guess that would be to you, Big Rex. You'd have to answer that one yourself. Um, but I enjoy, yeah, we really love you, ladies. You guys are great. I mean, TCG, if you get a chance, check out their channel. I mean, they have a very infectious laugh, and it's a lot of fun to watch. There's a lot of nature on your channel. Yeah, lately I've been getting into doing a lot of magnet fishing and a lot of outdoorsy things. I just started getting back into my studio the last couple days. I had a snag for a couple days there, but I got it straightened out and that's all worked out now. But yeah, I love nature. I like whenever I can get a chance to go out and do any filming of it. I try to jump on it. And my wife, she's not too into the video camera thing, so I was really surprised when she actually got on the video and made an attempt. And to me, I thought I made leeway on that one. Okay, I'll do the same. That's to TCG. And Big Rex said she just did. Well, I'm glad I could help you guys there. I'm still trying to make that big 100. So if you could throw in a shout out for me, Big Racks and Small Bites, I'd appreciate it. I'm still trying to get to that big 100. I don't give up very easily, but I keep trying. I just wanted to go on live. A lot of people don't like morning lives because, well, they got to work or, they're not really. So I don't expect a big audience in the mornings, and that don't bother me at all. So I'm a guy who I really don't need anybody to talk to. It's just kind of nice. Uh, as far as conversation's sake and changing into different things to talk about. Okay. Okay, well, you take it easy, Big Rack, Small Bites. I'll see you in the funny papers and on YouTube. So I'm glad you stopped by, and I really appreciate it a lot. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, I shared y'all on Facebook page. Yeah, you got a lot of people on your Facebook page. I know that. And she says, yes, yes. You'll really love them a lot, TCG. They're great ladies, and I have a lot of fun with their mukbangs. I have for quite some time. They're a really great channel as far as my household's concerned. Everybody has their own opinion, but our household loves to watch them. And you're a mukbanger too, so I'm sure you'll enjoy that an awful lot yourself. As far as getting caught up on challenges, well, the popcorn one that Gabriella put out, I'm not a popcorn eater, so that one I'm gonna have to pass on. Um, was gonna do the Twinkie one, and then I got the vacation and everything else has kind of got wrapped up into that one, so that kind of messed that up. And then trying to redesign my channel kind of took off from there. So everybody always wants me to do these at night, and at night I'm bushed and tired, and who really wants to sit in front of the camera and take care of that stuff. And TCG fam says take care, big racks, small bites. You guys have about the same 75 followers. Yeah, they're a great channel. They really are. You got to check them out. I don't know if they do many lives or if they do lives at all, but they do a lot of videos, and I mean they really grind them out. They're a great channel. That's another thing I want to bring up in this live feed. I really don't care much about the time limit myself, but is that I think a lot of people pay too much attention to the numbers. Yeah, yeah. Well, getting her on the camera is another thing too. Um, I have a real problem with that in my household is trying to get people in front of the camera. I keep working on them. It's not as easy as Chris or Gabriella as far as getting them on camera. In this house, it's a tug of war, and I try not to force anybody to get in front of the camera. I'm not camera shy, but a lot of people are. I actually wouldn't mind having a partner when it comes to it, but it's not necessary. I do enjoy your coffee corner on Facebook, and if anybody's watching, go check them out on Facebook. TCG fam. They have kitchen. Uh, what's that called again? The kitchen corn. I can't remember it now. Here, I gotta look back here. Uh, in the kitchen segment and coffee corner. And is there any other segments that you do that I can reach out on playback and let people look at it and see what you do on your channel? I know you do a lot of live feeds, so if anybody's interested in that, they do a lot of live feeds on Facebook and YouTube both. But I'm going to be persistent because I need to get more subscribers, not for monetization fact, but just for, well, like lives. It's always nice to have people on lives, so I enjoy that, and I enjoy doing lives. Um, uh, Topics, I try to stick to the topics as much as possible, but like today, it was the social media trends. If you know anything about that, you can throw them up on there and what you might have seen or learned. Um, but then and more comes into it, so I don't mind veering off the subject a little bit. Yeah, in the kitchen segment, that I like that one too. I'm not so much interested in the segment itself as I am into what you're cooking. I like to share it with my wife so she can make it for me. I want it for me for dinner. Okay, yeah, coffee in the corner. I watch that one every morning. My wife does when she's home. And your trivia game contests. I'm trying to get a little more into that and see if I can come up with my own type of games that I want to play. But like I said, I got more research to do on that. Only ones with Joker's Wild Board. Yeah, I almost bought into that one. I'm not sure yet. I still gotta check it out a little bit more and see how that works a little bit better. It seems like every time you do it, I miss it. So I gotta find out what time it is that you do those so that I can kind of watch in there before I buy into that. But I like to play games, and like I said in my last video, I love to give things away and I love to play games, and that's kind of my MO. That's just how I am, and I like to joke around. There's always a time to be serious, and then there's a time to joke around, and the seriousness comes with business and that sort of thing. But other than that, yeah, try to joke around and smile. It's good for your health and it's good for everybody around you. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna jump into the. I really want to do a mailbag segment where people can email me in and ask questions and get my view and take on it. That would be a lot of fun. I'm always interested in what people are doing, and if they have a problem of some sort, getting another person's point of view on it is fun. Uh, but be positive about it at the same time. Okay, we have the board for a month. Anytime we're on, if anyone has paid their donation, they can pick, but only 2 times a week per person. Okay, well, you kind of laid it right out there for everybody. So if they check out your channel, I do know it's fun from what I've seen of it. It seems like I always kind of pop in right at the end of it almost every single time. Do you have a specific time you play that game? It's nice for email as a smaller channel, but once you grow, it would be way too hard. Well, I thought about that too, and you how you probably would produce that would be try to make it so that people understand you want, a collection of very smart thought out questions rather than every idiotic question that, people might give you. You kind of narrow it down to a certain area of people, a narrative of people that that you'll read online or make a video of. Okay, to answer 5,000 people. Well, obviously you can't answer 5,000 people unless you want to run a 24-hour a day broadcast and hire people. You don't have a specific time. Well, and I think that's another part as far as adding people when it comes to subscribers and getting more subscribers is having a specific times to do things where they know they can tune in at that given time and they know you're going to be there doing that thing. But that sometimes that's hard for people to do that, especially with the different time zones. That makes it real hard. My uploads, I try to have my uploads on Mondays, and if I have something I want to shoot a video of, I try to get it up by Friday, but if I don't, it'll go up the next Monday. My yesterday's plans got kind of foobarred up, so I'll be doing that Tuesday at 5 on the 11th. And I think people will be pleasantly surprised with their selections as far as the giveaway. They're not real expensive things, but they'll be pleasant surprise. As far as anybody else is concerned, I'm still working out the games in which I want to play. I know I wanted to kind of go with one that you have here and there, but not very often. Okay, you got to run. Take it easy, TCG fam, and I'll see you in Coffee Corner, which I believe is probably in a couple hours here. So, yep, take care and have a good day. I appreciate you coming in here. So, getting back on subject anyway, with the social media trends, if anybody has any idea on, I'll hang around here for just a little bit more for social media trends and see how, if anyone's got any ideas on that. It's, I don't know, I'm very interested in it myself, and what they think that is trending, whatever platform it is, doesn't really make a difference. Uh, but specifically, can't say that word, specifically to YouTube would be a nice thing. If you have any ideas that you'd like to see on my channel, I'm always up for ideas. You can email me. Just look at the description on my video, the Tessmer Tide at gmail.com. I'm more than happy to read it. And like I said, I'm going to do a segment of Tide's Mailbag. If you're interested in having my opinion or view or take on something, just try to keep what you're saying short enough where I can read it either online or in a video and give you my take or view or opinion on it. If it can help you in any way, or uh, just want to know my take on it, period. Nothing more than that. It's meant to be more of a humorous, fun, positive kind of thing. So I try to avoid anybody that might, really have professional issues that they really should see a professional about. I'm not a professional in any way. I'm just a simple, ordinary American that, at my age, I've done a lot. I have a lot of experience. I've lived from the inner city all the way through to the country, hunting, fishing, raising 6 daughters, dealing with boys, dealing with uh, their relationships, dealing with homes, dealing with cars, dealing with just a mass. Yeah, I didn't get these gray hairs for nothing. Just a mass quantity of things. So I might have a decent opinion for somebody that's younger or something that don't have necessarily an elder or something to ask, or just wants a little bit of advice, and if I can help them out. Like I said, I'm gonna probably start up real fast here, and that'll be called Tide's Mailbag. So if you're interested in Tide's Mailbag, I will. If you're gonna write to me, go to my email in the description below, and it'll be there, and you can, a short question that you need help with or just want my opinion with, go ahead and send me something, and I'll read it on the air or in a video. Please keep it clean. Please try to keep that profanity down to a minimum, and no hurtful messages. They're not welcome. I won't appreciate that at all. But I would like to try to do that. I think it would be a fun segment on my channel. If I have to be selective, I'll do that. But otherwise, I think it'd be a fun segment to add to my channel. So feel free to email me, and I can give you a shout out on the air or in a video. and read it. If you don't want something read, put it in parentheses or mark it somehow where you don't want that section read. But if you don't want it read, it probably just leave it out. Because pretty much anything that you send to me, I'll respond to either in video or on the air. And if I don't, it's because I'm overwhelmed and I'll do my best. Okay, so that's my plans to add to my channel, and I hope that might help uh, maybe to some people liven it up a little bit. Um, I know it's really hard for some people to get any kind of advice or that sort of thing. So sometimes it really helps just to tell somebody else and get their point of view and how it is and see if they like it or not. So anyway, I'm gonna close this up by saying thank you for coming by. I'd like to thank everyone that was here today and contributed to my live feed. I really appreciate that a lot. Um, check out my videos on the Tessmer Tide. I deeply appreciate that. And please subscribe, smash that red button, turn it gray. And I will be going live again on Tuesday. And in between that, I might end up trying to put another video together for Monday. But I do appreciate everyone that was in here today, and I hope everybody has a great week. And thank you very much for stopping in and watching this, even on playback. I will talk to you either on the next live feed or through comments on my videos. So everybody, like I said, have a great week, and thank you for stopping to the Tessmer Tide. And if you are watching and you want to subscribe, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that wholeheartedly. And to everyone that's on my channel, I appreciate it dearly for watching. I think you guys all rock, and I always try to get back to you with every comment. And thank you very much. And everybody, be a better you.